Good morning, coming to you at 10:47 on this Wednesday. Varying conditions developing across the area. We talked earlier this morning on KGW Sunrise Show that the general sticking snow level today would be about 500 feet. However, we are already seeing at this hour that some of these heavier snow shower bands are dropping snow levels much lower. I mean, to areas that maybe even are closer to 100 feet in elevation or simply just above sea level. We've got a lot of reports and video and pictures being sent to us that a good chunk of the eastern part of Clark County is covered with at least some snow. Now the snow looks to be dusting to a solid inch on the ground along much of 205 once you get north of the Glen Jackson Bridge all the way up to the Salmon Creek area. Earlier this morning, Lucena, Woodland, Ridgefield had some pretty good snow bands. This activity is being fed by a low pressure system that's not very strong, but it's enough to trigger this convection that's producing these snow showers. Also, we are now starting to slowly see east winds pick up in the gorge, and eventually those east winds will shoot out more into the east counties of Multnomah and Clark County. That will also help drop snow levels and help increase the odds as we go through the day of some snow sticking. Temperatures have actually lowered across much of the area. Spots that were 37, 38 degrees earlier this morning are now more like 34, 35. So you can see behind me the radar. Notice that most of the color on that is white. That is in fact snow activity, and the green is the rain offshore. We will be tracking these there's actually going to be a continuing low develop. So we're going to be tracking the potential of these heavier snow bands in scattered areas, or maybe, Clark County, that's a pretty big area, but it's not everywhere. So there will be areas of snow potential really for sticking snow the rest of today into tonight. Now, I think at most down low, we're looking at a dusting to an inch or two, and then these snow bands will be moving off. If you live up in elevation, maybe you get a little bit more than that. Don't forget there's the winter weather advisory posted through the night tonight for areas especially near Wilsonville and south all the way through Salem, Albany, and Eugene. That's because of a bigger low that's going to be developing offshore and then dropping south over the night into the morning hours. Eventually, and it's almost impossible to time this out, but eventually, as east winds come blowing out of the gorge, that will limit the chance of precipitation from Portland up to the north as we get into this evening, overnight, tonight, and tomorrow morning, because that's a drying impact. One of the big stories tonight, in addition to the snow chances, will be the dropping temperatures as we get very cold. I mean, tomorrow morning, the forecast guidance shows Portland at 22 degrees. There's a wind chill advisory. It's been issued for overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning for east winds, along with those cold temperatures in the 20s. That would make it feel at times with the higher wind speeds as chilly as about 5 or 10 degrees above zero. We don't get that often here in the Willamette Valley and up in Clark County. So that's pretty cold stuff. It still looks like during the day tomorrow, maybe even during the AM hours, the precipitation chances will come to an end. We'll start to see some clearing. We'll see rapid drying. And then we get into the coldest night, which will be Friday morning. Friday morning will be the coldest, with temperatures across a good chunk of the Willamette Valley. Anybody that sees the winds fade away into Friday morning has a chance to see air temperatures get down into the teens. But it will be dry. Friday rebounds up to about 38 degrees. We have that dry Saturday. And then we'll be watching Saturday overnight and the Sunday to see if we're going to have just rain come in or if we're going to have a period of some sort of a wintry transition before that Sunday morning front goes on to produce rain during the day. So that's it for now. I'm Rod Hill. Coming up on 11 o'clock, I'll have the update on the noon show on KGW. And, of course, Matt Safina will be on Channel 8 here starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll talk to you later.